In life, we are sometimes lucky enough to know some extraordinary people. People who inspire us, move us, and show us how to appreciate life after facing difficult circumstances. I myself am lucky enough to say that I know a pretty astonishing young woman, someone who I call a friend. Her name is Hailey Rose. Hailey was born on June 4th, 1999 with a condition called PFFD, which stands for Proximal Femoral Focal Deficiency, and means that her left limb was shorter and virtually non-functioning. As a very young child, she went through several limb-lengthening surgeries and trials of prosthetics and assisted devices that all ended up failing, leading her to make the life-changing decision of having her leg amputated in November of 2011 at the age of 12. Hailey now walks with a bending knee joint prosthetic leg and crutches. To complicate matters further, while all this was happening, she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in her neck and chest in June of 2008 at the age of 9. Hailey went through 5 full weeks of chemotherapy and 2 weeks of radiation. In October of 2008, she was told she was cancer-free and has been in remission for nearly 12 years. However, 8 years after her initial remission, Hailey was diagnosed with papillary thyroid cancer in January of 2017 at the age of 17, which was caused by her previous radiation exposure. She then had to have surgery to remove her thyroid and undergo more testing thereafter. In April of 2017, she was declared cancer-free once again, and thankfully she has been in remission for over 3 years to date. Today, at the age of 21, Hailey isn't looking back. Instead, she looks forward to a bright future as she begins a new chapter of her life as an entrepreneur.
So my biggest support always is my mom. She was there for me through my surgery, all of the biopsies, any testing, anything that involved the thyroid cancer. She was there. Same with when I had Hodgkin's and when I had my amputation. She's the person that's been there for me regardless, and the one taking care of me regardless. My brother, Casey, and my Nana, and my cousin Steven, they were my rocks throughout everything. They still are my rocks throughout everything. And, I had my family and I had friends at the time that were really great with helping me, get my mind off of things or going out and doing exciting activities to kind of put the cancer card aside now to kind of get my mind off of things and just do something outside of doctors and testing and blood work and constantly thinking, oh, you have cancer. They definitely helped me get my mind off of things, which was great.
What were things that motivated you and inspired you to persevere?
Aside from my family and friends and even myself, like just wanting to get through and fight and survive cancer for a second time, David Dobrik was a huge motivator and inspiration. I had found his vlogs like in the middle of everything happening, and I knew I had recognized him from Vine and his girlfriend at the time, Liza Koshy, and it was just like this whole new realm of YouTube videos that I haven't discovered up until that point. And since his vlogs are primarily short and funny and quick-witted, it was definitely something that got my mind off of things. I keep saying got my mind off of things. It was definitely something to occupy my time and to make me smile outside of my friends and my family. It gave me something to do in between doctor's appointments or testing, and I just really enjoyed watching his content.
What are you most passionate about today, and what makes you most happy?
The thing that I'm the most passionate about today in 2020, we are now 3 years remission. We are now 3 years post-op my surgery and 3 years in remission from thyroid cancer. Obviously, there's a lot going on this year, and it's definitely difficult to find motivation and happiness in what's going on, but I've really tried to throw myself into my work. I'm a digital media manager. I am in the process of starting my own company, Hailey Rose Media, LLC, baby. And I just launched a website, and I really enjoy what I do. I manage people's social medias, I do media marketing and different campaigns. I also have a YouTube channel, and I try to run my own platform as best as I can, especially, being in a pandemic, as much as you can in a pandemic. And I just really like to throw myself into that as much as I can. Again, it's hard. I suffer from anxiety and depression, so that's a daily struggle within itself. So then having to deal with what's just going on in our world right now, I think it's definitely difficult, but you have to just do whatever makes you happy. And right now, creating a brand for myself and a company and throwing myself into work is what is really motivating me for the future. So, I want to be famous. I definitely would like to share my story and what I've been through and make a difference in any way that I can. But I also want to help other creators and other people who are looking to start a brand of their own amplify that as much as possible, just because I enjoy that process so much. So not only with myself, but that, I want to help others in that way as well. But also making a difference, sharing my story. I have a very unique, you know, I've had a very unique life, and I think it's important to acknowledge that and put that out into the world. And that's definitely my biggest goal for myself. But for others, I want to be able to help people in whatever way possible.